Good morning, students. Today I am going to tell you about the space quantization of orbital motion of electrons and spin motion of electrons. Now you see how the spin quantization of orbital angular momentum and spin angular momentum of electrons in an atom can be shown. You see orbital motion. The z component of the orbital angular momentum L is space quantized. L is space quantized along the direction of z, in which the external magnetic field is applied. So how it is? The z component of the orbital angular momentum L is Lz and is given by Lz is equal to ml h cross, where ml is the orbital magnetic quantum number. For a given value of L, ml is equal to minus L. For a given value of L, for example, it is 5, L is equal to 5, then ml will have minus 5, minus 4, minus 3, minus 2, up to plus 5 in the interval of 1. That is ml is equal to minus L minus 1, minus L minus 2, 0, 1, 2, up to L. So this is similarly the z component of the orbital magnetic moment. Now we were talking about the magnet L, it was the z component of orbital angular momentum. Now the z component of the orbital magnetic moment, that is mu L, orbital magnetic moment is mu L z is equal to E minus E by 2m Lz. Because we had seen in the last class that mu L is equal to minus E by 2m L, and mu L has the direction opposite to that of the angular momentum. So here the z component will also correspond to the z component of L. So mu L z will be equal to minus E by 2m Lz, and that is equal to minus E h cross by 2m ml, because Lz has the value ml h cross, and ml will have the value just like plus L to minus L via 0 in the interval of 1. So where EH cross minus EH cross by 2, where EH cross by 2m is the smallest unit of EH cross by 2m is the smallest unit of the magnetic moment, and it is known as the Bohr magneton, and ml is the integral number represented as above. So ml is equal to minus L से plus L तक. Thus the magnetic moment of the orbital motion of the electron is also quantized. Now if there is how in the direction of z, suppose that if there is an external magnetic field applied, an electron with an orbital magnetic moment mu will experience a torque tau given by torque is equal to mu cross b. Then what will happen? The electron with the orbital motion will experience a torque, and torque will be equal to magnetic moment multiplied by b. Cross product of these two, mu cross b, as we see in the pole strength and the magnetic field strength is mb. Similarly here also mu b, mu cross b, and mu is equal to, we know, E by 2m L cross b. So the torque will also change the angular momentum, because as in the linear motion, in the Newton's second law of motion, we see that the force changes the linear momentum. Similarly, the torque will also change the angular momentum, and that will be given by torque is equal to dl by dt, and that is equal to minus E by 2m L cross b, because it is given torque is equal to E by m L cross b. So dl by dt has also become equal to minus E by 2m L cross b. As the change in L, that is dl, is perpendicular, in this figure we see it is in the z direction. In the direction of z, there is a field applied b. So if L is here, it is the angular momentum, then Lz will be in this direction. So L and Lz, there is an angle theta. Again we see that L sin theta, this is the plane, it is the plane of precession. Electron will precess around the magnetic field, so it is the plane of precession. So in this field, L sin theta will be obviously perpendicular to L, and dl will be the difference between dl is the change in the angular momentum, and change in angular momentum will this is just like an arc in the circular motion, and it will cast an angle d phi with this point. With this point means with the axis of with the z axis in which the magnetic field is applied. So looking at these things, we see that torque is equal to dl by dt is equal to minus E by 2m L cross B. As the change in L, that is dl, is perpendicular to both L and B, resulting in a precession of L about the direction of B. As L and B, dl is perpendicular to both L and B. So there will be a change in momentum is in the direction of change in angular momentum is in the direction perpendicular to L and B. So definitely there will be a precession motion in the direction of about the direction of B. So dl by dt is equal to E by 2m LB sin theta, where theta is the angle between L and B, and we say that L and B, and here also the L in the direction of the plane of precession, the component of L will be L sin theta as shown here, L sin theta. Let d phi be the angle that dl subtends at the point where the vector B passes through the plane of the precession. Then the angular velocity of the precession Wp is equal to d phi by dt, and d phi as the angle subtended d phi, as the angle subtended is d phi can be written as L by R, theta is equal to L by R, so L is dl and divided by this R is L sin theta. So here the W is d phi by dt, so d phi dt will be dl by dt, so divided by L sin theta, and it will be E by 2m LB sin theta upon L sin theta, and it will give you E by 2m B. So this is known as the Larmor precession, and Wp is also called the angular velocity of the precessional motion or the frequency of precession. It can also be known as the frequency of precession, and the frequency nu can also be written as E by 2 pi, because 1 by 2 omega by 2 pi is equal to, so E by 2m B लिख सकते हैं, we can write, or it can be written as EB by 4 pi m. Now we are switching to the spin angular momentum or the space quantization. This is how I explained the space quantization with respect to the orbital angular momentum of electrons. Now the space quantization with respect to the spin angular momentum of the electrons can be discussed like this. Again we see Sz is equal to ms h cross, again spin component, z component of the spin angular momentum Sz is equal to ms h cross, just like Sl was ml h cross. Here it is ms has the two values plus half and minus half h cross, because S we know S has the spin has a fixed value half, and here ms has the two values plus half and minus half. It is the magnetic quantum number, where ms is called the spin magnetic quantum number, for which the allowed values are plus s to minus s. That is here plus s to minus s, because there is a difference of only 1, so only plus half and minus half. It is to be maintained. One difference of 1 integral difference is to be maintained. So here plus half and minus half are the two values only which can be acceptable. So these are up and down spins. The spin angular momentum cannot be aligned completely with the applied magnetic field. It can align itself only in two directions, for which the z component is plus half h cross and minus half h cross. Thus, by virtue of spin, the electron possesses two internal quantum states for two values of ms, that is equal to plus half, and ms is equal to minus half h cross. This is the space quantization of plus half and minus half. This is the space quantization of the electronic spin, which can be seen as given in the figure. Now you see in the figure, it is in the z direction. Suppose that external magnetic field is applied. This is S has two values. S is plus root 3 by 2, because S is equal to under root S plus 1 H cross. So it is under root 3 by 2. S is equal to half, and half plus 1 3 by 2. So 3 by 4 root under 3 by 4 will give you root 3 by 2 H cross. And Sz is equal to MS H cross plus minus H cross. So S is equal to plus 3 by root 3 by 2 H cross, and S is equal to minus root 3 by 2 H cross. So S has two values, so cos theta is equal to Sz by S. Cos theta, here the theta is the angle S makes with the z direction, such that we can find out the Sz or the z component. So first of all, S, we will have to know the S or the direction of S and what the angle it makes with z direction. So with the positive z direction, it makes theta 1 in the first place, and in the second place it makes theta 2. So here theta 1 cos theta is equal to Sz by S ms H cross by root under S plus 1 H cross, and this is equal to H cross cancelled out. So ms up under root divided by under root S plus 1. So for spin up, ms is equal to plus half, and cos theta 1 is equal to, when we put plus half, we get 0.577 1 by root 3, that is theta 1 is equal to 54 degree and 45 minutes. For spin down, similarly, we get ms equal to minus half, and cos theta 2, again the denominator will remain the same because S has the simple value 1 by 2. So it is minus 1 by root 3 minus 0.577, and that is theta 2 is equal to 125 degree 15 minutes. This can also be seen that cos 180 minus theta is equal to minus cos theta. Further, the magnetic moment associated with the spin angular momentum is given by mu s is equal to minus 2e by 2m s. And just in the orbital, mu l was equal to minus e by 2m l. Here it is minus 2e by 2m s, and is equal to minus 2e by 2m under root S plus 1 H cross. So we see that if we add gs in place of 2, we get that gs is equal to 2, and this is the spin. Gs is equal to spin g factor, and that is equal to value 2. So now we see, as S is equal to half, mu s is equal to minus gs mu b under root half 1 plus half, and this has minus gs mu b root 3 by 2, or root 3 mu b, that is 1.73 mu b is the Bohr magneton, that is equal to EH cross. Bohr magneton is equal to EH cross by 2m, where E is the electronic charge, m is the mass of the thus the z component of the magnetic moment is equal to 2 em by Sz, or thus the two values here, thus mu s having the two values has been verified by Stern and Gerlach experiment for Ag, means silver, hydrogen and alkali metals, for which the ground state of orbital quantum number was 0, L was 0 for the ground state. So now the space quantization with respect to orbital angular momentum and spin angular momentum has been clearly described. Thank you very much. If you like, then subscribe, like it, subscribe it. Thank you very much.